And hello, everybody, and welcome to TableTakes Game Night. Uh, Today I'm in the GM seat, and I'll be introducing you and everybody here to a slightly abbreviated version of Urban Shadows 2, which is by far one of my favorite Powered by the Apocalypse games. Today we have with us, uh, I'll have you introduce yourselves. We'll start with Bonsai.
Hello, everybody. Oh, do I talk about me as human or me as not?
Just you as human.
Okay, me as human. I am Bonsai Baby. You can check me out here on Twitch and all that stuff. I do a lot of solo RPGs and doodles on my channel, so if that's any interest to you, go check me out. I like to play the nerd things. I like to board game and chill.
Next, we have Javion.
Hi, everybody. I'm Javion. You probably just saw me about a half hour ago, but here I am again. I like board games. I like RPGs. I like dice.
And finally, we have Anita.
Hello, everybody. I'm Anita, and I'm also known as Critical Misses on the Twitch. So you can find me there most times, playing TTRPGs and hanging out and harassing Noir during our morning show. But yeah, that's me.
Awesome. So now let's get into exactly what Urban Shadows is. Urban Shadows is a Powered by the Apocalypse game that helps people tell the story of supernatural creatures living in a modern day setting. Now, for the specifics of our settings, we're going to have our story take place in Chicago because it's my favorite place. And just a little quick rundown of the lore. Supernatural creatures exist in Chicago. However, it is their responsibility to make sure that their presence or their true nature is not revealed to mortals. So that is the general premise that we're going to be running through. But before we can get into telling that story, we have to know and understand our characters. Now, this is why Urban Shadows is one of my favorite games, because character creation tells a story in and of itself. We might end up spending a little bit more time than intended on character creation, but you'll still get a story because that is how the system works. So we're going to start with Bonsai, who has decided that she wants to play an imp. So if I could have you go ahead and do me the favor of reading the little blog under imps so that we have an understanding of what they are.
All right, hold it. Wait, hold on. Where is that on this one? Is that right on?
No worries.
Oh God, I wasn't ready.
It'll be above your
don't worry, I got you. So the imp. Not all demons serve the old masters. Some
okay,
notice.
That's where it is. There it is. All right, now I can. I was like, what blip? Where's the blip? I needed to know where the blip was, but not all demons serve the old masters. Some are known as imps, have stolen their freedom through tricks and loopholes, and now juggling their scams and schemes in pursuit of a better life. There are some advantages to being underestimated.
Yes, so these are like these are devious little demons that walk among us. They can take the guise of mortals, but their true selves generally expose what they actually look like. Now, for character creation, it's pretty simple. There are a few questions that we need to ask to fully understand who you are. So you'll see, Bonsai, you'll see on the side panel, there is character creation. So let's start with the most obvious thing. What is your name?
My name is Roxalana, but you can call me Roxy.
Awesome. Now we're going to skip your looks because you'll introduce that at the start of our story. But we'll start with your starting character stats. You get to put 1 in any additional stat. Blood is how well you handle violence. Heart is basically your ability to empathize. Mind is figuring out is intelligence, and spirit is how well you attach to the supernatural or utilize the supernatural elements within yourself. Now, there are also, so those are your physical personal stats. There are also another set of stats called circles. Circles are how well you relate to the other supernatural or natural entities in the world. Each playbook or each entity has its own circle. So there's Mortalis, which are going to be more of your normal human beings that are aware of the supernatural. Think Dean and Sam Winchester or John well, no, actually not John Constantine, because John Constantine would be in Power. Power is wizards and oracles. Knights are vampires and werewolves, and wild are fae and angels and things like that. All right.
Mhm.
So I'll let you handle that part on your own, but the part that we are going to get into are the starting decks. This is where we build connections with each other. And actually, now that I think about it, we're gonna hold off on that just until we introduce everybody else's character. So let's go with the intro questions. What personal trait? Well, whoops, I'm looking at the wrong one here. So, how did you escape your servitude? You were serving some hellish entity, and now you're on your own. How did you do that?
Oh, it's pretty simple. My ex-liege fell in love with me, and by manipulating them, I convinced them to marry me under contract, so I gained my freedom in an equal partnership. And I had a lawyer friend from the Mortals help me with this situation to find a loophole. So they're kind of mad because technically we're married and that's how I earned my freedom, but we're not. Like, I'm separately married to them.
You pulled a infernal marriage scam to gain your freedom by using an actual human lawyer.
Yes.
That is as devious as it comes. How long have you been in the city?
I've actually been here only for a handful of years. You know, it's kind of like the human realm lawyers actually take a long process, and as long as I keep delaying the actually having to be married to this person, I'm sitting pretty in this situation.
I'm sorry, this is funny. And who do you call family in the city?
So who I call family is colloquially known as Yaga. She's just an old another demon of the realm who happens to be out and about, who knows a lot of things, and helps. She owns like a mom and pop store around the corner that has an underground area. But
okay. And who do you turn to when you're in trouble?
I will say that it is going to be my lawyer friend, the mortal lawyer, who helps me out.
Who's your lawyer friend? Or would you like me to name him?
You could name them. I don't have a gender or anything. You could just, yeah.
So your lawyer friend is Peter Francis Gervais.
All right, Peter.
And finally, who did you scam that still holds a grudge?
So my ex-liege is not too happy. I mean, like, he was leading on is such a harsh phrase. He got what he wanted. I don't understand. It's the deal. We're married. Was there more to go with the marriage?
Oh, all right. So those are your intro questions. Do we have a name for your ex-liege who is your husband?
So I was this one is Copernicus. It was like, it's something like Copernicus or some weird.
Oh, gotcha. Copernicus. All right. So all that's left for you to do is to pick your stats, and of course, you get to pick two moves. So you'll see in imp moves, you automatically get business as usual. which allows you to do some pretty fun things with people who make deals with you. And you get to pick two more of your choice. So I'll let you handle that on your own while we move on to our vamp, Javion.
Hey,
How's it going? You mind reading the little blurb for
sure.
vampires for me?
Yeah, no problem. Strong, fast, eternal in age, and insatiable in hunger, the vampire is a pure, unadulterated predator. They are a monster, a twisted reflection of the person they once were, doomed to walk the earth and feed their hungers. Keep your distance.
Beautiful. So, does our vamp have a name?
He sure does. Igor von Halen.
Yes. All right. Now, of course, you've got your starting stats. You get to put one in any of the ones that you see there. I'll let you handle that, but I'm going to give you your intro questions because that is where the fun is.
Oh, yeah. Super fun.
When did you become a vampire?
Pretty recently, actually. It was an experiment gone wrong.
Ooh, so were you not turned in the traditional fang to neck method? Was there a scientific experiment?
Exactly, yeah.
I
Still
love
trying
this.
to figure things out. I'm pretty new to this.
All right. How long have you been in the city?
Oh, I've traveled from place to place, country to country. I travel the world, actually. So a lot of my scientific experiments and advancements in research have helped a lot of people, and thus I give lectures at different colleges and things like that.
Javia, I gotta ask you one question.
Mhm.
I need you to tell me the truth.
Yes, the answer is it's definitely Morbin time.
Okay.
Okay.
How do you keep your cravings in check?
Oh God. Well, like I said, one of my traits is that I'm a researcher. I'm a scientist. I developed a uh, a sort of like a
Would you say a serum?
yes, a serum. It is it's sort of an imitation blood that I can drink. It's kind of bluish in color.
Yeah.
It's sort of the normal red.
That's where they get that stuff for the commercials for your period.
Yeah. That's it.
And where do you spend your days and nights?
Oh, I am typically skulking the clubs, nightclubs, or the back alley streets. And during the day, I like to go to coffee shops, and get a nice cup of Joe. I ride the bus occasionally.
Hang out with Matt Smith. You know.
Yeah.
All right, and finally, what scheme are you invested in right now?
Currently, I have a scheme to take down one of the most prominent heroes in the city. I'm teaming up with one of his arch rivals.
Okay. Would this be a bird themed hero?
You know what? It turns out, yes, absolutely is. What a crazy coincidence that you would say that.
I love this so much. Okay. All right, we're gonna come back. Next, Isabel, our ghost.
Well,
if I could have you go ahead and read your playbook. What's your playbook called again?
The Spectre.
The Spectre. There it is. All right, go ahead and read me that little blurb.
Poltergeists, ghosts, spirits. They are all our secret fears or unfulfilled dreams, each the echo of the one who died. They are audiences to our secret planes and guilty pleasures.
All right, so we're playing the Creepy Ghost Girl.
Creepy little ghost girl.
Can we go ahead and get your creepy little ghost girl's name?
My name is Isabel, and I'm 8 years old.
I hate this already.
This is the second time that I played Isabel on a stream with you.
Yes, I hate ghosts.
Like
I hate
she's
ghosts.
haunting you.
All right, so here's your intro questions. What memories do you still hold of your death?
Well, I went to sleep one night, and I woke up, and the city was on fire. And I saw some things that I don't quite understand, with some werewolves and some vampires.
Okay. And how long have you been in the city?
160 years.
Who looks after you when your trauma overwhelms you?
Ooh, there is a friend that I have that hangs out in a church in the city. They are an angel, and their name is Mal.
Okay. And what place in the city still makes you feel alive?
I really like sneaking into the elevator that takes you up to the top of the Sears Tower. Yes, it is the Sears Tower, not the Willis Tower.
That's what's up.
And I like listening to the people's like sort of excited, like nervous laughter when they're just a little bit afraid of heights, but they get to overlook the city, and that sort of sense of wonder and awe makes Isabel feel alive.
And finally, which of your anchors has been most recently threatened?
So as a Spectre, I get to choose 4 anchors. I chose a family member or inheritor unaware of my existence, a beloved possession of my youth passed to a new owner, a location of personal importance, a reminder of past love, and a space that I used to live or work, abandoned by the world. And because Chicago is such a sprawling metropolis, and there are a lot of things that keep getting destroyed and rebuilt, there was a cornerstone to the building where Isabel was raised. That was still remaining after the fire. But new developments have taken place, and Isabel's been spending a little bit of time trying to scare away construction workers.
Okay. All right, so that is the heart of character creation. Now, this is where we put the cherry on top. This is how we connect all of you together with debt questions. At some point throughout your journeys and your travels, you've all at some level run into each other and helped each other out. So now that you've all heard about each other's characters, I'm going to ask you some debt questions, and you're going to tell me who most likely fits the question that I'm asking. Now, you can create an NPC as another person that helped you out instead of another PC. But for the sake of this, yeah, let's try to keep it in the party. So we're gonna start with Roxy. Roxy, your first debt question is: someone is a consistent patron or customer of your establishment, regularly relying on you for your services or assistance. They owe you 2 debts. So between Igor and Isabella, who do you think would ask for utilize your service more? And what is your service exactly? What do you provide?
So I do appraising and selling magical objects and creating forgeries, disguises, and stolen identities. Not at all like someone who's a scammer would totally not do these things. Totally not. I feel like for reasons, maybe I feel like Isabella probably would come to me for like, oh look, there's an ancient artifact, can't dig there.
How do you feel about that, Isabella?
Go with that. Just occasionally putting like treasures in places where people are digging, so that way they can't properly destroy it without having to go through a full archaeological review.
I've learned, we've both talked about how the humans created this terrible system called law and how it can help us.
I don't get it. It seems like
Okay.
adult stuff.
All right, so that's the first debt down. So Isabella, you owe Roxy 2 debts, and basically what a debt is you can try and compel another player or an NPC, like, hey, I'm calling in a debt, and if they adhere to it, then they clear the debt. If they don't, things get interesting. So your second debt question is: you offered someone work when no one else would give them the time of day. Ask them if it worked out in your favor. They owe you a debt either way. So between Igor, Izzy, or a NPC, who do you feel this fits?
I feel like Igor, new to the town, needs to get some cash.
Yeah, totally.
Yes.
All right. So Igor, when Roxy came to help you out, did that work out for you or no?
Yeah, it worked out great. Yeah,
Awesome.
we became fast. I wouldn't say friends, but more working relationship. Yeah, professional.
Friends.
Nice.
I gave you disguises, friend. Come on.
I can't let anybody get too close to me. I'm sorry.
I feel like I'm watching Morpheus again. Hate it. All right. And your last question. You partner with someone on your schemes. Both of you benefited in equal measure. You owe each other 2 debts. Now keep in mind you do have Peter Francis Geraci. You also have Yaka. You also have Igor, and you also have Isabella.
I think Yaga is the one. I'm between Peter. Well, actually, no, because Yaga is just kind of like a friend I depend on, but I think I owe Peter.
Okay.
I owe Peter. He's the mortal that we're going on. It's like Soul, Soul's scheme. He's not the best lawyer, but he's the lawyer for me.
He's a TV lawyer. You saw him, and yeah, it all worked out.
It's all great.
Okay. And that's going to bring us over to Igor, because we've got some debt questions for you as well.
Okay.
You're protecting someone from a dark power, a rival and an enemy of your. Wait, I don't know if this is the wrong one. I was about to be like, this is too Morbius. So someone makes you make sure you get fed regularly without attracting too much attention. You owe them 2 debts. So who's making sure you get your serums on time?
Let's see. I think Roxy has some connections. But
Very
also
legal.
but but also yeah, you can like hold my blood bags for me, probably. I like trust you to keep them safe, so I don't overdose or anything or run through my supply too quickly.
Nice. Your second question: if someone relies on you for their fix, ask them what you provide that keeps them sane. You owe a debt, and you get to add them to your web, which is an exclusive feature of the vampire.
I actually had this childhood friend. We grew up together, and he kind of, I would say, relies on me a little bit. Milo. Yeah. Because without me, I think he would just go running wild in the streets. I don't know what he's doing.
It'd probably be a big CGI fight at the end of that.
Exactly. Nobody wants that.
our last question is: someone recently sold you out to one of your enemies. You avoided the worst of their attacks, but your betrayer owes you a debt. Add them to your web.
Who sold me out? Well, I wouldn't want anybody that I'm like gonna be partnering up with
Mhm.
to be somebody who sold me out. But I don't know. Maybe Isabel, would you want
It could
that
have been an
person?
accident. I might have
Accident?
just said something I shouldn't have said in a
Hmm.
place I shouldn't have said it.
I like that. I
I
like
am
that.
just a kid after all.
It
A
could be tough
162-year-old kid.
keeping my
60?
secrets.
I'm
You know what?
8.
Actually, I think on my trip to America, it was on a boat,
Mm.
and we likely met there. There's probably like an incident where I ended up losing track of my daily dosages. One thing led to another. Some of the crew mates ended up, face down in a pile of their own blood.
As you do.
As
As you
they
do.
Yeah.
All right. So we've got your debts all locked in. And now we just go to our Spectre. Ba-ba-ba-da-ba-ba. All right. Here are your questions. Someone or someone's progenitor was involved in your death. They owe you a debt.
Oh, you're muted.
Yeah. Roxy's former liege
Oh,
That fits.
yeah.
was involved in the fire in one way or in the Great Chicago Fire in one way or another.
Mhm.
And yes, Roxy as a result owes me a debt.
All right. Someone is actively watching over one of your anchors. Ask them why they agreed to keep it safe. You owe them 2 debts.
Ooh, that's a good question. So someone is actively watching over one of my anchors.
Mhm.
I'm gonna say that. Can we flavor this a little bit?
Sure.
Igor is actually one of my ancestors and is in fact the family member or inheritor that is unaware of my existence.
Are you okay with that, Igor?
Yeah, that's great. I love that.
Awesome. And finally, someone almost destroyed one of your anchors once, perhaps by accident. Ask them what happened. They owe you 2 debts.
Hey,
If
Igor,
I'm-
what happened?
I I have these cravings, and once in a while, it gets to be too much. I was out looking for Milo because I think he and I were both low on supply one day, and then um, what would you say one of your anchors would be?
So I have a beloved possession of my youth that has been passed to a new owner.
Gotcha. Okay. Cool. Cool. So I was like house sitting for you. And then like I was like, oh, I can't just leave this anchor while I'm out, wandering the streets looking for my buddy. So I took it with me, but
You almost lost my mother's necklace?
right. But I made sure to get it back from Milo. Eventually, we both calmed down and everything's fine now. I just didn't want to leave it unattended at your home. That would be irresponsible.
Awesome. And so with that, we have all 3 of our characters created. Your debts are created. Make sure that you have your moves picked. But with that, we can start to get involved in our story. And our story starts like this. The camera's going to zoom in on Roxy. You're going about your business. Everything seems fine. And then you get a text message on your phone from Peter. And it says, we got a problem.
What's up?
Then he texts back, your marriage certificate in all proof of your marriage. It is not here. And I got
WTF, man? What's going on? Like,
because
why didn't you digitize it? Isn't the whole thing we're supposed to be scanning that into the computer so it can be on the cloud? What the heck?
that's how I found out I didn't have it. I was going to scan it and I found this instead. And he sends you a picture, and the picture is just a manila folder with a bunch of blank sheets of paper and a Polaroid of the actual marriage certificate and proof of like all of the proof of your marriage in a vault. And there's an address on the bottom of the Polaroid that says 1608 Western Wabash, First City of Chicago. First City of Chicago Bank.
Well, fuck. That's all I'm gonna tell. That sucks. I think like at this moment, like I feel a little bit of that pain on that ring, that wedding band I have on my hand. I just kind of uncomfortably.
Then, right then and there, you get a call, and it's an anonymous number.
I'm gonna let Google Messages answer that for me. It's gonna have that automated, like the person you're using is using a Google automated answering service. Please state the name of your business and why you are calling.
And they leave a message. You're going to do a job for us. Very quickly, you will find who your teammates are. We need you to retrieve something from us from the bank, and you will be inclined to help. Call back for more information. And then a text message comes with the phone number.
All right. Let me go ahead and just like kind of run that number through a scan that I like, because I have the, you can kind of search these a little bit. These numbers, are they tied to anything that I know of? With
this is clearly a burner. But you know what? I will let you roll a figure someone out check. So that's going to be 2d6 plus your, I believe, mind.
And then and then I also have measure your mark as one of my feats or things. Yes. All right. Plus mind is a 2, by the way, if anybody wants to know. Got my 2d6s.
Okay.
A 6 and a 2. So that's wait, what is that? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
All right. So just as an explainer, in the way the system works is a hit is on a 7 or 9. So that's a success. That's a partial success. A complete success is a 10 and up, right? So on a partial success, things kind of go your way, but there are hindrances. On a miss, I get to have playtime. So you're spending time trying to figure out who is behind this, and you're not really getting anything, but the number calls back and goes. The number does call back again, so you are.
I will
aware.
answer this time.
Okay. Have you made your decision?
Well, isn't it obvious? Yes.
Good. All I need you to retrieve for me is in a safety deposit box 2671.
All right.
Your help should be reaching out to you shortly. And with that, we go over to the camera zooms over to Igor. Igor, where do we find you?
I am on a rooftop. Me and my girlfriend are having a conversation. Well, kind of my girlfriend. We're I'm interested in her. We haven't really. It's
Yeah.
complicated.
The plot wasn't really developed well for that
Yeah.
aspect of the story.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say that's probably true.
All right, and um, as you're hanging out, her phone goes off, and she goes, I'm so sorry. Let me just." And she looks at it, and there is a look of confusion and then panic.
What's wrong?
She passes you the phone, and you see the remaining supply of your serum, the formula, all in a vault. And then the second picture is just surveillance pictures of her throughout the day.
What's going on? Who's behind this?
I don't know. I don't know. What is and then your phone goes off.
I have to take this call. Hello? Who are you?
I'm afraid I'll be asking the questions. I only have one for you, Igor. Will you take my job? You see, I have your formula. I have all of your remaining formula. I know where your heart is. And a picture pops up on your phone, and it's crosshairs, and it's her in the crosshairs. What you're going to do to make sure that I don't use this in any way that you might find untoward is you're going to retrieve your formula in the First City Bank of Chicago. You'll be assisting what I believe is an old friend of yours. And you'll assist Roxy in retrieving safety deposit box 2671. Should you fail, you hear as the sound of a bullet goes whizzing just in between you and her.
I'm
The
gonna
next.
sorry,
Oh, go ahead.
really quickly. I'm just gonna like my face goes dark, my jaw like unhinges, and I just like hiss like really quickly like
You know what? If you're go ahead and roll me a let it out roll. Let it out is going to be 2d6 plus your spirit.
Okay. Yeah, my spirit is -1. Okay, I got an 8 minus 1, so 7.
On a success, I'm going to say if you want, you're like, as soon as the shot is fired, you hear it coming. And instead of it just whizzing past, if you like, I will allow you to catch it.
Yeah, I'll catch it. Like, ding, right between two gigantic extra long fingernails.
So you just, and your jaw unhinges, and she looks at you like, very afraid.
Into the phone receiver, I'm gonna say, I'm getting hungry. You wouldn't like me when I'm hungry.
Then you better get your meal.
I'm
And
gonna
he hangs up. Yeah,
I hang up first. No, I hang up
Yeah,
first.
you hang up first. You absolutely hang up first. With that let it out roll, click, it's over. Oh. And so
Baby, I have to go.
she goes, don't hurt anyone.
I'll try.
And
And I'm just gonna like quickly like kiss her on the neck like I'm gonna bite her, but not really. She and I had this like, joke.
And she goes, you know that's not funny. And with that, you storm into the night. Isabel.
Hi.
So you tell me where are you?
Isabel usually hangs out by the church that Mal takes care of during the day. and occasionally wanders over to Roxy's place of business and might be en route to there right now, just sort of toddling down the street to sort of.
All right. So as you're walking down the street, you pass somebody and their head just snaps back and black tears start to come out of their eyes. You are seen, Isabella. And then that person like falls to their knees.
It's
And then
Isabel.
and then the next person you walk by goes, Isabel, your anchors are in peril. And then that person begins to collapse.
That's not very nice.
Roxy needs your aid.
Oh, well, if Roxy needs help, and then Isabel, I would like to let it out to teleport. I'm going to say I can. I can instantly travel to one of my anchors.
Mm-hmm.
And I think after the incident with the beloved possession and Igor, I might have entrusted it to Roxy instead.
All right, yeah, I'll just, for the sake of brevity, you just kind of appear behind Roxy. And with the way in which Igor can move, it's not going to be very long before Igor is also at your door, Roxy. And the TV's just playing in the background of your establishment. A random encounter in the northern Chicago area. 3 random passerbys have shown side effects of black tears and passing out. And then just Isabel and Igor appear at your domicile.
So I'm guessing since you were both here, we're all being bent over this barrel.
Yeah, what do they have over you? Your ring?
As you know, Isabel, our great friend that me and you both know, how I got into those legal troubles. He said, she said, what is really constitutes a marriage.
That's grown up stuff, but yeah,
Yes.
I get it.
Yes. So I'm having no fun time with that. What about you?
Well, they said you needed help, and you're my best friend, so I'm gonna, of course, come and help you.
Oh,
That's
Yeah.
it?
yeah.
I mean, it also said something about my anchors, and well, yeah.
Well, we should probably get those back too then, right?
Probably.
Hey, Roxy.
What about you, Igor? What's
I'll get to that, but do we really need Isabel here? She still owes me for that thing.
You owe me more.
Okay, fine.
Well, in any case, it looks like we have to go to this bank, and although we might see it, they have better ties than me. I can't seem to track out who this person we are dealing with is. They seem to have a better history and somehow know all of us, and so it's great. Igor, what was it that they told you?
They've got my blood. They need me to get to the safety deposit box at First City Bank.
Wait a second, and I'm going to get up and go to my safe because I have your stuff too. Can I check it?
It gone.
Roxy, you know what happens when I'm hungry.
I know what happens when you're hungry. I'm just more upset that somebody got into my stuff and took things from me. I mean, I get it. Nom nom, here, throw a Snicker bar at Igor. All right. Well, I guess yes, we have to do this. And what time is it right now?
It is about 6, and you know that the bank closes at 7. So you can either do a after hours heist or a business hour robbery. Now, keep in mind, the rule in this city is you cannot expose your supernatural nature.
I might have could I use the friends in low places?
Well, of course you can. Tell me what you're trying to do.
Trying to see if I have a friend that works at the bank to maybe give us a tour real quick so we can say that there's like a scheduled surprise inspection that they will totally agree that it is.
Well, let's go ahead and take a quick gander at friends in low places.
So at least it says when you get a hit while putting a face to a name with a status plus status 2 on an NPC, and maybe I'm using this wrong.
Oh no, so that just means that you have to go to the bank and and then we'll see if you can put a face to a name at the bank.
Okay.
So yeah, go ahead.
Okay, then with this, I'm going to go ahead and give a couple of outfits and badges for bank inspectors to Igor and myself. Here, dressed up in this. Let's go.
All right. I'm going to pull my my hood up over my head. And I'm going to say, it's Morbin time.
I can't do this. Okay. that hurt a very real part of me. I'm recovering. Give me a second. All right.
Regular people can't really see Isabel anyways, so Isabel's just gonna walk around.
I think Roxy, you had Izzy the clothes, and it just kind of
goes. Oh, I forgot about that.
Only you and Igor or people like you can see me.
All right. So are you all making your way to the bank?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
I got a nice car we can all drive in.
What kind of car is Roxy rocking?
Roxy is rocking a very non-suspicious red hold on, I'm trying to think. Red Porsche, you know, I got in my marriage.
Nice.
It's a wedding present.
Are there vanity plates?
Yes, it says Roxy. Sound.
So it's just RO like four X's and a Y. Love it.
Yes. Actually, specifically 3 X's.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what it means, but they like it. So.
So with that, you're zipping through the city and you get there fairly quickly. There's still about 30-40 minutes left in the banking hours.
Isabel spends most of the time playing with the radio. The bell keeps moving.
A part of your undead curse is that every channel's playing Gangnam Style.
That song was already over with.
Never. And so you make it to the bank. It is not hard at all. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna have all 3 of you make me a Mortalis roll. So you're going to roll and add whatever you have in your Mortalis circle.
Is it 2d6?
2d. It's always 2d6 for this game.
Okay.
So I had a quick question. I was a little confused about. I've got my starting character stats, but then I have my starting circles. and my starting status? What's the difference between the starting circles and the starting status?
So status is how they perceive you.
Okay.
So starting circle is your knowledge of the other ones. Starting status is like how they regard you.
Got it.
So if, for example, I believe the vamp
Starts with a 1 in night, but that's it. Is there
a 1 in night, and then you get to put another 1 in any circle of your choice.
Okay, got it. So the status is just I have night and 1, but everything else.
Yeah.
I put extra 1 in night.
So that means that the average member of the night circle is going to regard you positively for the most part.
Okay. Got it. All right. So my mortality circle should have a 1 in it then. So my 6 plus 1 is a 7.
Okay, so that is a hit. What did everybody else get?
I rolled a 10.
A 4. Okay. We'll come back to that 4. So Igor and Isabel, it's very obvious that this is a mob run bank. There's just the telltale signs that, you know, this is a lot of what's happening here is under the table. Roxy, it's a bank, but as soon as you walk in, you immediately see somebody that you screwed over working behind the counter.
I'm just kind of like gonna put more hair down. Maybe Igor, do you want to talk more on this? There's no reason. I'm just gonna say that yeah, Igor, I think you might want to take a hold of this. I'm just saying, you know, I thought they were supposed to pay for the meal. My bad.
Okay.
And you see that sweet car outside? Wait, I know that car. There's just this big burly dude, and that's the one that you screwed over, who's like now just kind of scanning the bank to see, you know. And while that's happening, Igor, you say you're about to do something?
I was. What was Roxy? Roxy, what are you asking me to do?
Just, I don't know, make a deposit. Say that you're here for something. I don't know. Just give me a second right now. Just
I swear if I see that no good son of a it's just going off in the distance.
Okay, Igor goes to the front desk of the counter, but as he's walking up, his eyes darken a bit. His features get a little bit more wrinkly, a little bit more ragged. Just for a second, it's like a flash, just for a moment. But he manages to pull it back in. Shakes his head. He pulls his hoodie up a little bit higher. Takes a peek at the camera, just to see where it is before he goes up to the counter.
You're able to see that there are 4 of them, just in the general lobby area, and each teller has one kind of focused on them. So, and you can tell that the ones focused on each teller is more to make sure that the tellers aren't skimming from the bank than anything else.
Okay. I'm gonna go up to the teller and say, "Hi, I'd like to make a deposit."
You see just this sweet little old lady, very thick Coke bottle glasses, wearing like a pink dress and like a white poofy shirt with sleeves, big poofy sleeves on the side. Goes, I would love to take your deposit. Do you have your deposit slip?
Can you just look me up in the system?
Oh, okay. Do you have your debit card? We can just slide it through and they'll pull you up automatically.
Shouldn't you be asking my name first?
I mean, your name would be on the debit card.
Right, but what I'm saying is you should probably ask me my name.
I'm so sorry. What is your name?
I'm Venom. Just kidding. Dr. Igor Von Halen at your service.
Thank you so much. I knew what you were doing. I was trying to fight it. It's okay. Let me see if I can pull you up.
Thank you. Actually, I said deposit. I meant withdrawal. You could just take my A safety deposit box.
Oh, okay. Well, in order for us to initiate that process, I'll just need you to slide your debit card or to present your debit card here, and I can take you directly to your safety deposit
Sure.
box.
And he's gonna take out his wallet, pull out his debit card, swipe it.
When this happens, would I be able to take control of a machine or vehicle by possessing it?
That
Take
is
control
an
of the
ability.
computer?
That is an ability that the Spectre has. So let me take a look because I do believe you have to roll.
Yes, it's a let it out.
Ooh.
Yes. So go
So it's a
ahead
roll
and roll
plus
me
blood?
2d6 plus. Yep. I
Okay.
thought let it out was spirit.
Is it spirit? Either way.
Yeah.
Yes, plus spirit. So that's even better. That's a 12. Thank you very much.
Okay, so you just go into the machine and it is just a white void. And you see a lady or a feminine figure there, completely pale white with blue eyes. Welcome to the first Chicago artificial intelligence cybersecurity system. How can I help you?
Hi there. Can you pull up my friend's account?
You are registered as a hostile presence. Hostile presence.
I'm nice. Hi, I'm Isabel.
Okay. And you're able to kind of manipulate this just a bit with that 12. We're going to honor that. And you possess the AI, essentially, is what's happening here. And now you have access to essentially all the data of the bank.
Basically what I want to do is Isabel doesn't quite understand how this works or what this is, but she's going to tell the AI to just make an account that looks like my friend Igor.
Account for Igor von Halen. What balance should Igor von Halen have in their bank account?
Now I need to think like a little kid, because what is a lot of money to a little kid from the 1800s? $100,000.
$100,000 entered into the bank account of Igor von Halen.
And a safe deposit box.
And all that is created. And Igor, what you see is this little old lady goes, found your account right here. Yes, I'll go ahead and take you to the safety deposit box.
Thank you.
Isabel pulls out of the computer.
And Roxy, off of the distance, you see this little old lady walking Igor to the safety deposit box. And then Igor, you notice, so sorry. Dr. Igor, you notice something strange as you're being led to the vault. They open it up and you see on the ground, there is just a line of salt. You see in the vault, there are UV lights, and there is a mist that's kind of glittery inside the safety deposit box. And she goes, we have, of course, we have some security practices. So you did bring your mask, of course.
Really quickly, I want to do a let it out.
Okay.
I want to extend my vampiric senses.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me that let it out.
Okay, cool. And what am I rolling? Just
2d6 plus spirit.
Spirit. Okay, gotcha. Man, why is it always spirit? All right. Okay, you got a 10.
Okay, so you tell me what happens.
Okay, so his eyes, Igor's eyes, the pupils get a little bit more shrink a little bit, and they get a little bit more diluted in shape. They're more ambiguous, like an ink blot test. And everything around him, he can see a little bit more clearly in in darker tones. There's like mist is more vibrant and vivid. He's got sort of like these echolocation abilities where you can sort of see, have like the sense to like hear better and like see more clearly. So is looking out for anything like out of the ordinary, suspicious, something you can use.
Okay. So with that, you take a look at this mist that's kind of being filled in the vault, and you could tell that it is silver. There are silver particles in the vault. You take a look at the ground and you immediately recognize that it is salt. You take a look at the lights and you know that those are UV lights, direct sunlight. And more than that, as your senses get a little bit stronger, you hear just a very faint in the vault, the heartbeat of someone that you can't quite see. But your echolocation shows you that there's somebody there.
Okay. He's gonna slowly start to bare his fangs and then catch himself before he shows off anything. It's starting to come out. He's starting to lose it. Like the hunger's about to take over, and he's really trying to keep it all in. He says, I have to use the bathroom."
Oh, did you want to go to the safety deposit box first?
I think I should. He's got like his hood down and he's like clutching his nose, like, "Oh yeah, no, I really got to use the bathroom."
Oh, okay. Well, the vault closes. He goes, I'll be right here whenever you're ready."
He's gonna run.
And as the safe door closes, there's a waft, and you can kind of smell a little bit what's inside. And what you smell is the most delectable, sweetest smelling blood
Okay.
ever.
Okay. Oh man. Okay. I think that's unfortunate because it's gonna trigger him. Igor's losing it. He's
Do I see this happening?
You do, off in the distance, you do see this. Igor, I will give you a keep your cool roll. It is 2d6 plus spirit.
Plus spirit. Okay. Got it. I got a 4 total.
You need whoever's heartbeat you're hearing, you know that they have the blood that smells better than anything you've ever smelt in your life.
Okay. Yeah, that's unfortunately Igor's full vampire mode now. He's like his sweatshirt is like getting torn as he's like, flexing in it. His hood goes back and he's like looking around and he's full vampire mode. Like fangs are out, claws are out.
Before you fully reveal yourself, I'm going to give your 2 party members a chance to try and do something here.
Okay. Yeah.
So Roxy,
I'm seeing this happen.
Yes, yeah, you know exactly what's about to go down.
Yes, I think best thing is to. Do I see a fire alarm?
Yeah, you do.
Or no, not
I
fire alarm.
I also have something that I could do if you like.
Okay, if you have a better idea, you can go ahead first.
What I would like to do is I would like to use the move "Won't Be Ignored." I would like to get in someone's way and take a 10 plus instead of rolling. So what I want to do is I see someone handing out like one of the tellers handing out dollar bills to a client, like a large stack of them. And I would like to basically grab all of them and then throw them in the air in the middle of the bank.
And you automatically get that 10?
Yes. It says when you get in someone's way, take a 10 plus rolling. If you mislead, distract, or trick someone with an obvious a supernatural display. I get to roll with spirit instead of mine. So I want to take this this stack of bills.
Hold on. This is revealing yourself if you do this.
Ooh, because it's an obvious supernatural display.
So if you do that, you break the rule.
I do break the rule. Okay.
Well, how about
No,
we
go
try
ahead.
it? Yeah.
Try what you want.
Where I'm gonna just kind of do a double action. Let's see if I can do this. Is it possible for me to be like, oh my gosh, fire alarm go off, make the fire alarm go off to make people exit the building to kind of distract people?
Okay, go for it.
I will go ahead and do that. Just like
all right,
set off the fire alarm.
We're gonna see how effective it is. This is going to be a mislead, I do believe.
Yes.
So go ahead and roll 2d6 plus mine.
Okay, let's see. Okay, 6, 9, 10, 11.
The fire alarm goes off. Money's starting to get soaked. They close the gates. They close the drawers, and people start to run out. And the manager is ushering everybody out. The last thing that you need to do is this is going to be a escape a situation, and this is essentially so they don't see you
right.
while they're escorting everybody else out. So roll 2d6 plus blood.
Oh God. Because I got a -1 on this.
I can it's okay. I can have wall, and I can take someone with me to escape a situation.
Will you allow that, GM?
Will you allow it?
So you've got two choices to make. You can either try and help Roxy out, so Roxy doesn't get seen, or you can try and help Igor out to get into the vault, because right now the old lady is like right next to Igor.
All right,
getting ready to roll.
I would say that Igor is probably the better one to help in this situation. And so if I get caught, I get caught, but it's not like I'm doing anything illegal, right? I'm not doing anything illegal.
I'll grab Igor and we'll do that.
So that is a 5 - 1. That is a 4.
It's the big burly dude that goes, "You cost me 15 grand."
It was a party. What are you supposed to do, man? So is it?
So he's gonna usher you out, and Isabel, you take Igor and you phase inside the safe. Igor, you're still kind of snapping, and you lunge at the figure who has that sweet smelling blood, and then you're stuck. You can't move, and you see a beautiful 7-foot tall, pitch black, dark skinned woman with green hair that just goes all the way up. And she has beautiful monarch butterfly wings behind her, and she goes, "It's a little messy, and a little messier than I would have hoped for, but I think there's potential in this group. You passed the first test." Oh, right. And she flicks your serum to you, and she whispers, "Once you get the real job, you'll never go hungry." And that's where our story is going to end today. Just a quick little abbreviated adventure. We went a little rules light, but this system is amazing for being able to just put together something really quickly and tell a truly fun story. I love these characters, and how dare you bring Morbius into my game?
Just be glad we were in a bank and not in the sewer system. They would have done the Kamehameha bats, and I promise you it would have been glorious.
I thought, how dare she say messy? It was success. How dare?
I saw
Totally a success.
Isabel and Roxy, I saw you guys make a face when Noir was describing the final character. What was that? I think I missed something.
So she is a fae.
Okay.
So she's a fae that put this whole thing together to see if she could find some hooligans that would be willing to help her with another job.
That Oprah.
Yeah, that's Oprah.
Yeah,
Not Oprah, but Oprah. So this game takes place in my long-running Trouble in the Second City world, and there are some characters that you all encountered that play other parts of the story. And Oprah is the queen fae of Chicago that is always up to some shenanigans and always trying to manipulate people for her own good. But that is our story for today. Who knows? We might revisit Roxy, Igor, and Isabel one day. But it shan't be today. So let's go ahead and have everybody give us your outro. Where can we find you? And then we'll be able to hand it right on over to Sarah.
Let's go JV on first, since we'll do reverse order.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can find me here and only here. Don't go looking for me. I've been hiding, and I've been doing a really good job of it. Every Friday, 2 p.m. for TableTakes, and at 3:30 for game night. It's going to be just as fun. Next week, I can't wait for the beginning of the Star Trek campaign. So exciting.
I'm super pumped. I got my outfit ready. It's gonna be dope. That'll move us over to Anita.
Hello, I'm Anita. You can find me everywhere online at Panita or at Critical Misses on Twitch. I run a TTRPG talk show with Noir on Saturdays. Tomorrow, our guest is Matthew Mercer, so it's going to be a good time, y'all. Swing on by. We start at 8 PST or 11 Eastern.
Yeah, I hear that Matt guy. He's up to some good stuff.
You know what? It's nice of us to give a chance to a good up and coming person in the street.
Yeah.
And finally, Bonsai, tell us where we can find you.
Hello, everybody. My name is Bonsai Baby. I'm here on Twitch and Bonsai BB on Twitter and on Instagram, and also TikTok. I have to update. It takes a long time to stay in the room, apparently. Yeah, you can also find me here on TableTakes, all that good stuff.
All right, and I have been your MC in Powered by the Apocalypse, or Urban Shadows more specifically, is MC, Master of Ceremonies. You can find me all over the internet as the Noir Enigma. That's Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. I'm the community manager for Evil Genius Games. We have our Kickstarter live right now for Everyday Heroes. So please, please, please show us some support and back it. Make me look good in front of my boss. Like my partner here said, we've got every day. Oh my God, we've got morning ritual tomorrow with Matt Mercer, and you'll see me on Roll For It tomorrow for our Good Society game where I play a distinguished gentleman. But other than that, that is everything. Coming up next, we have Sarah's Table. I don't have up what they're playing right now. Does somebody know what they're playing?
Cupcake Witches.
All right. So
I'm in it. You're gonna see me play a social media influencer witch that makes cupcakes named Tabby.
All right. So man, it's a triple play. It's a triple play of JVon today. So go ahead and check that out. Thank you so much for just coming in and enjoying this little story that we put together. And I hope you have a great Friday. Bye, everybody.